11. Friends don't lie.
Stop it! You're freaking her out!
She's freaking me out! The upside down.
Do you understand what he's talking about?
No. I found the chocolate pudding!
Oh God, please tell me it's not the kid.
I need you to hide!
Mornings are for coffee and contemplation.
Holy shit.
Welcome back. My name is Kit.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Steve.
And this is Streaming Stranger Things. This time it's episode 5 of season 1, chapter 5, The Flea and the Acrobat.
The dynamic duo you never knew you wanted.
Right up there with Batman and Robin.
Is this part of the new DCU we can expect? When's the Flea and the Acrobat movie coming out?
Oh, it's part of Phase 7, bro.
Oh, okay, yeah. Cool. We got to wait a minute. Okay.
Based on Mr. Clark's explanation, that's more of a Nolan type movie, I think. Christopher, not Jonathan.
Can't hear words of the dialogue the whole time. Just noises.
So they're in Batman Begins?
That's right. That's
the protagonist and the protagonist.
So we are carrying forward with our rewatch of Stranger Things. And what we're going to do is talk about our overall thoughts, what it's like to revisit chapter 5, The Flea and the Acrobat, and then go through a scene-by-scene, play-by-play recap of the episode itself. We've got a lot of fun games to pass the time while we're doing that, though. We got some MadLibs. We got some chocolate pudding. That's going to be our top 3 favorite moments of the episode at the end of the episode. Our Easter Eggos. We're going to try to pull out and glean all of the Easter eggs and references to 80s lore and other properties that we can notice throughout. And then we'll nominate our 11 out of 10 performance, our favorite performance of the episode. Then we'll go step into the Nina.
Ooh.
Because we've covered this episode before, way back in 2017. And
the before times,
some ardent fans of ours, some astute listeners will pull out different clips and we'll try to guess what the hell it was we were even talking about. That's what that segment is. And then we'll get out of here.
Mm-hmm. We talked about some craziness in 2017. I'll tell you what.
We did. I'm excited to do this. Chapter 5, The Flea and the Acrobat. We're back. This is our bread and butter, baby. This is what we do best.
This is what we were born to do.
Yeah.
Dick and fart jokes on Stranger Things.
You merely adapted Stranger Things. We were born to it.
But before we do any of that, of course, we need to start with our MadLibs.
MadLibs. It's a section of the show. You guys know, I ask these two jabronis for words. They give them to me. I take pen. I put it to a paper. We write a story together that you can hear at the end of the episode.
No skipping. You have to listen to the whole thing to hear it.
That's a rule. You guys want to start?
Let's do this.
Kit Laser, I believe it's your turn to begin. And from you, I need an adjective.
Adjective. Mary.
I love it when Andy gets these. Give me a type of food.
Sour cream.
Kit, I need a number.
7.
Andy, I need a type of food, plural.
Let's do it. Sour creams.
Okay. Kit, can I have a person in the room?
Andy.
Andy, can I have a noun?
Sour cream. Like the Hodor of sour cream.
Whip. Like whipped cream.
God damn it, Andy. Kit, can I have an adjective?
Yeah.
You said that so defeated, like, yeah.
Sorry, I keep shuffling. I'm having a weird issue with my balls. Itchy. Unrelated.
Andy, can I have a silly word?
Andy's bad at silly words.
Yeah.
Hang on. Hey. Hey.
You said acrimonious last time.
Don't endorse that. It is a silly word. Dumpy.
That's silly.
I like that, dumpy. Okay, can I have a place?
Casablanca.
Andy, give me an occupation.
Milkmaid.
Classic.
You got dairy on the mind, don't you? Kid, I need a plural noun.
Milk jugs. Or just jugs.
Andy, can I have an adjective?
Let's go with sweaty.
Kit, noun.
Odor.
Andy, I need a plural noun.
Thongs.
Thongs. Kit, can I have a part of the body?
Urethra.
And last but not least, Andy, I need a number.
-6.
Okay, well, stay tuned to the end of the episode where we can find out all about the story we crafted titled All About 11.
Oh.
Can we start over?
Oh, no.
We need the title beforehand.
No, it's funny if you don't know.
All right. Well, that means it's time to disband the podcast. But first, our overall thoughts on this episode. Andy,
Yes.
what was it like for you rewatching Chapter 5?
It felt good, man. I got to say. I mean, I don't have anything profound to say about this episode because I feel like every week I'm just like, this is a good show. And so I'm just going to say that this is a good show. And I think that the world is a better place because it exists, you know? Imagine pre-2017. This show didn't exist. Streaming things didn't exist. But now because of the show, look at us.
Look
We're
at
here.
us.
We're having a good time.
Who would have thought?
No, I think that this episode is phenomenal. I think that it ramps up in some really fun and interesting ways. I think especially with the kids, like they're starting to fall apart at the seams. The dynamic trio is starting to have some issues because the weirdo from Maple Street's getting in and messing with things. I love the little nerdy bits that we get with Dustin. He's such a fun character. And I think that the writing here is phenomenal. It's frustrating at times. I fucking hate Lonnie. And I wish that I wish him a terrible death. And I'm glad that he's not in the show a ton. But God, that dude just gets me. I don't like it. But yeah, I do like this episode, and it's a good time.
Steve.
I also agree. I mean, this first season in particular, they're all bangers.
Yeah.
Andy, banger status?
Banger.
Banger. And this one is also a banger. There are a couple things that happen in this episode I think are a little silly or not perfect, which kind of, if I were to rank the individual episodes, this one would definitely be below last episode in my ranking. Specifically, I think the Lucas being so hot at 11 thing is a little like over the top, I think. And then it's a little silly when Jay Bird and Nance are like, oh, this deer, let's put out its misery. What took it? You have to suspend your disbelief a little bit.
That was strange.
Yeah, well, that's weird. Should we go home? But it doesn't ruin the show at all. These are just minor nits to pick. This episode does have maybe one of my favorite scenes in the entire first season, and that is Mr. Clark hanging out with the boys, explaining to them the Flea and the Acrobat metaphor. I think that's a really smart way to clue the audience into what's happening in a metaphorical sense, but also it's funny and silly, and it leans into the D&D aspect of the show and how awesome of a teacher Mr. Clark is. I just wish I had him as a teacher, honestly.
I love how he's just like a grown-up version of them. He's like, you've been thinking about Hugh Everett's Many Worlds interpretation, huh? Yeah.
And I love how, like, you know the Veil of Shadows, right? Oh, yeah, of course. Like, brother, we are the same. It's so good. But also we get some really cool and maybe the most striking imagery we've seen from Stranger Things as of yet so far in the show. In the in-between, I think is what we came to call it, the black void that Eleven finds herself in when she's looking for people, and she's like walking through some black water, and it's very visually striking. It's very cool. It's very Stranger Things and awesome. And we get to see that all in this great flashback. We're learning more and more about who Eleven is, why she is in the situation she is, how she's being used by the Hawkins lab for classic 80s espionage. Like, why is the government doing something in the 80s? Probably has to do with Russians. There's probably Russians at the end of this line. We'll find out why. But yeah, Lonnie sucks. And I hate that his name is Lonnie because that's my middle name. And I'm not a fan of my middle name. And this guy makes it even harder to like my middle name. So there you go.
I love your middle name, Stephen Lonnie.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you.
Eslon.
S. I don't like that. It sounds too close to Elon.
That's what I was
Eslon
going
man.
with. Yeah.
What about you, Kit Laser?
Yeah, I think a lot of the best things about this show really start to cook in this episode. I mean, we've already had elements of it everywhere, but I think the Jonathan Nancy dynamic is obviously beginning very strongly here. You know, we had tinges of it before. And again, like I said last week, I really, really enjoy like the crime thriller. And, you know, their story has gone from John Hughes to David Fincher, you know, pretty quickly. And that's my jam. That's my favorite genre. Some really legitimately scary stuff. It sounds like I was not put off by some of the things that maybe you chuckled at. I know they weren't a huge deal for you, but I didn't even clock them at all. Mm-hmm. I was just really sucked in, and I think it's a really nice, scary touch.
There are things that you just notice after watching the series as often as we have this first season. So like I'm sure when I first watched it the first time, it's like, whatever, that's cool. But now that's like, oh, okay, I can find things to objectively point out but they're not bad at all.
Yeah, we get some great Mr. Clark stuff, some great, the David Harbour domination continues. And I don't think pretty much ever stops at this point for this show. But yeah, I had a blast. Easy watch, baby. Can't wait to keep going.
Good watch.
Show. Good show. Well, let's get into the meat of the episode. It's time for the step-by-step, play-by-play recap. But first, quick word from one of our sponsors. And we're back, and Netflix describes Chapter 5, The Flea and the Acrobat, thusly. Hopper breaks into the lab while Nancy and Jonathan confront the force that took Will. And did you guys notice there's a typo in the synopsis for episode 5?
No.
They spell Will W-I-L.
Well, I think that's because it's getting cut off because there's actually more to that synopsis.
That doesn't make any sense because the episode 6 synopsis is like 10 times longer and it's in its entirety right below it. So why would it get cut off?
I
thought the same thing, but I was like, why would they cut it off? That one's like 6 sentences.
I don't know, because I went to multiple browsers because I noticed that as well. And I have Nancy and Jonathan confront the force that took Will. The boys asked Mr. Clark how to travel to another dimension. Like there's a whole ass other sentence.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So I saw what you saw.
That grinds my gears.
I saw what you saw, and I was like, that can't be right. So I like looked to find more browsers, and I got it to populate.
I don't like this.
But on my normal Apple TV, you're correct. It did not populate the entire thing like it normally would.
Anyway, well, I'm going to shake that off, but it's going to be tough. It opens with Hopper, of course, as described, sneaking into the lab. He does it the old classic way, like, you know.
You just wait by the door until someone leaves, and then you just
sneak on in. You got to tiptoe. He gets to this blocked off area with radioactive warning signs on it and unzips that shit, climbs right in.
I love his resign, like, okay, here we go.
Right. Well, hopefully it's not correct.
I cut open a pinata earlier today. I guess this is the next leap. That takes balls though to see like hazard, don't go in here, and you're like, I need to go in there.
Oh, we've already established, I think, by this point in the show, he's got a pair.
Oh yeah.
They're swinging. Mm-hmm. He also thinks he's, I don't think he cares a whole lot about living. I think he's just a curious person.
Based off all the Schlitz and everything else going on in his trailer, I would suspect not.
He's on enough, or he could be dumb as shit and doesn't know what that symbol is, and we're all just giving him too much credit. He's like, oh, nice.
Oh, I know this is an enter only.
Yield for what? But he gets to this locked key card door, and he gets confronted by like the head of security, and he's got like a little lackey there with him. And then he tries to play it coy, like, hey, Dr. Brenner requested me. It's old Jimmy Hops, man. We went to high school together.
He daps
you know what I mean? So he punches that guy and the other guy.
Dude, that head of security is getting fired immediately.
Oh, yeah. Like, you went down like a bitch immediately, Carl. What did we pay you for? Mm-hmm. Oh, he was so fast. And he's big.
He had a great alibi. He said that you had called him down.
He said we were brothers.
We slept with the same woman. I was curious who.
Chrissy Cunningham.
Pulls the gun on the other guy so fast too, takes his key card, swipes himself in, shoots the key card on the other end of the door. Now he's in, baby.
He's in.
We cut to Lonnie, who showed up at the end of the last episode to the buyer's house.
Lonnie.
He is giving Joyce booze to calm her nerves.
Shit.
Liquoring her up?
Yeah.
I don't like this guy. Where's Cynthia?
Boozing her up. He put it there. There's a tarp over the wall hole that she caused with the axe. And he tells her essentially, he lets her go on for a little bit. It's all in your head like your Aunt Darlene. Apparently, Joyce had an Aunt Darlene who was a little cuckoo, had some struggles with mental health. Don't
we all have an Aunt Darlene?
Sure. Yeah. Well, I'm Aunt Darlene.
Yeah. I literally did have an Aunt Darlene.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was she like?
She was really nice.
Oh, nice lady.
Yeah, she was really nice.
That's boring.
I miss Aunt Darlene.
That's boring. Oh, she passed?
I don't know. She was my uncle's wife.
Oh, you made it sound all dramatic. You just don't talk to her because you're a bad nephew.
Well, no, they got divorced, and I don't know how to approach that.
Now subject. The way's clear, my friend.
I don't know how to contact her. She might be dead for all I know.
That's true. Well, she'll be missed.
R.I.P. Aunt Darlene, if you're listening. Aunt Darlene, if you're listening, email the pod at streamingthingspod@gmail.com.
If you're listening.
I want to reconnect.
Me too. But the D in Darlene. He's. We cut back to Hopper. He's running through the lab, shouting for Will. That will come up later. And he finds the drawing that 11 made. And in his mind, he's like, that's a Will drawing. He's the only kid I know that draws. And it's like this little Papa drawing with a kitty cat and stuff.
Is that supposed to be 11's drawing?
I would imagine it says Papa and has a cat.
Well, the only reason I ask is because when we watched this show for the first time, it's like, oh, yeah, that's 11. But now with the context of the other show, we know there's other children, or there were other children down there at one point. I just didn't know if that was like 100% her room or not.
I'm pretty sure that she has little headers for each person. One says Papa, the other has 11 above it.
Oh, I didn't see the 11.
I'm pretty sure.
I didn't see that either. I just saw the cat. It might not even been a cat. I might have made
What
all
was the
that.
header for the cat?
Cat.
Mike and the boys discuss what Will was saying. Right? He said it was like home, but dark and empty or something like that. I don't know, man. It's so cold.
Did he say cold?
Something, maybe cold. But where could he be? What's going on? And 11 says upside down. And
Luke's just like, what the fuck did you say to me?
and Mike figures it out immediately. He's like, oh yeah, she flipped the game board over, and he works out that it's this alternate dimension. When she took us to the buyer's house, Will was there. We couldn't see him. Oh, like the Veil of Shadows, Dustin says, right?
Dude, my homie knows about the Veil of Shadows.
Dustin is such a good character because he's so fun, but he's the smartest one of the boys, and he functions like a Hermione in the group who can explain what a compass is and how it works, or call out things like the Veil of Shadows and make it work.
Mm-hmm. You always want a Dustin on your team too, because he's the most emotionally mature, and he
brings snacks.
He brings, which is important. You might a young boy their age is going to overlook the snacks. Dustin won't, because Dustin knows that's what you need for the party on an adventure.
These ain't even real Nilla wafers. This is bullshit.
And that's another reason why he's a great character. My man respects the wafer.
He has taste.
Mm-hmm. Fine taste.
We cut back to Hopper running through the lab still looking for Will, and he gets to the big elevator. It's the first thing we saw in this show, is that guy getting killed on that elevator, that lift, if you will.
And that alarm's going off too, so it's very reminiscent of that scene.
I should just turn that off, like they know there's an issue there. Or is it going off because he broke in?
I think it's because he broke in.
That makes more sense. I was like, they still have that on. It's got to be so annoying to work.
Dead bodies there.
Oh shit, that's where Irwin.
Now. Did you say Irwin?
That's where Earl wins.
Oh, I was like, you called him Irwin.
Someone should do something about this alarm. It keeps going off.
It's really disturbing. I can't make it through the wall aperture under these conditions.
This is terrible. We're trying to find Shepard. He's in the upside down pantsless.
He accidentally, that can't be comfortable.
No, that
I heard it's cold and empty.
He's a hero.
Like my ex-wife.
Oh!
Anyway, we cut back to Dustin, who is reading to the group about the Veil of Shadows. And it becomes this narration as Hopper enters the kind of foyer of the upside down, if you will.
The foyer?
It's kind of what it is, right?
Yeah, I like that. I've never thought of it that way, but you're right.
How do you get to the upside down? You cast Shadow Walk, of course. And they're like, no, like in the real version, my friend. Oh, well, and Lucas is not having it. He doesn't like any of this theory. This is all bullshit. This is taking time away from his Vietnam weapons and hunting down Will.
I don't like the upside down. I like being right side up.
He's a practical man, you know?
Yeah.
He's like, some chomo's got Will and we need to stab him. And you're over here babbling about Veils of Shadows.
And that is a good quality about Lucas. Like they do write why he's so frustrated in a very well way, because he's like, this is all bullshit. Our friend is out there and you're wasting time on this make-believe stuff that's fun. I love playing D&D, but there's no such thing as an upside down, guys. Come on, get your head in the game.
You see where Lucas is coming from. This is all absurd sounding nonsense.
Yeah.
Get some weirdo over there in a wig. Yeah, she can move things with her mind, but that doesn't seem related to Will suddenly being kidnapped or whatever happened to him. Hopper gets to the gate itself, the path to the upside down, the wall vagina, whatever you want to call it. The goo gate, we used to call it. That was much more appropriate. And then this dude just goes in, he touches it. I wouldn't touch that. You know what I mean?
We've established it looks like a hungry butthole.
He pulls a Callahan from season 2, just immediately touches it.
I mean, I get the impulse. Just gooey, find out.
Yeah, I guess.
Speaking of Callahan, I watched a movie this week that has
Did he pop up?
John Reynolds in it.
Yeah.
And have you seen it? It's from 2020. It's called Save Yourselves.
It's not ringing a bell.
So it's an alien invasion movie. And John Reynolds played.
You're on an alien kick right now.
Yeah, that's why we watched it, because it was like, oh, this is Callahan from Stranger Things. Let's watch that. And it stars him and I don't have the actress's name, but their boyfriend, girlfriend, and they decide they're too attached to their phones, so they're gonna go to a cabin for the weekend and like lock their phones away and just totally disconnect from the world. And aliens invade, but the aliens look like they're just big koosh balls. They look like furry Ottomans that you see on the ground.
Oh, JD Vance would go wild.
Oh, he would love it, especially like the way their little sucker mouths come out and eat shit. But it's actually really funny.
Must be a news story I'm not aware of. I don't know what's going on.
He fucks couches, Andy.
Oh, nice.
Not really, but
I have not seen this movie, but it's well reviewed.
I really liked it. And if you want to watch something with this actor where he's not a total creep, because he's a total creep in Yellow Jackets, he's a total creep in Stranger Things. If you want to see him as a charismatic, likable goof in a relationship with someone and they actually have great chemistry, it's a really funny movie.
I added it to my watch list, friend. Your work here is done. Mm-hmm. Way to go. But yeah, he's down there touching the goo gate. Not advisable, but he's doing that. And something runs behind him. And when you're first watching it, it's like, oh, is that the Demogorgon? Oh, no. Wait. But it's people in hazmat suits who get up behind him and they inject him. Down goes Hopper.
Classic government shit.
Down goes Hopper.
Inject him.
Fentanyl.
Hopefully none of this gets out. It'll be a big problem in the area.
That's from Shepard's stash. I did it for him.
For Shepard.
Take his pants. I'm coming, Shepard. Jonathan comes home to find Lonnie there, and he is none too pleased. He asks Joyce, did it come back? Now, God damn it, boy, don't stop filling your mother with this nonsense. I got her good and boozed up, and now we're over this shit. God damn it. Neat. I gave it to her neat.
It's so...
I used to give it to her dirty.
I hate Lonnie so much. And the way he's like gaslighting her the whole time. It's like, hey, you might be crazy. I'm just here to help the family. Dude, no, you're not. But Jaybird sees right through it.
Call him out there, Steve.
Lonnie knows what he's there for.
Stand on business.
And he even there's that moment where he's like, I'm going to make things better for all of us. And he's like, oh, yeah, because we were doing so awful without you. And he's like, well, clearly. But hey, Jaybird, do me a favor. Tomorrow at the funeral, just behave. Just behave. Ew, sir.
If not for me, for your mother's sake.
And take that Evil Dead poster down. It's inappropriate.
Yeah, what does that even mean?
Yeah. Oh, now you want to be the dad?
It references the dead. What are you talking about? What does it even mean? You're not a Sam Raimi fan?
It's an awesome movie, Lonnie. Ask Cynthia. She knows.
We cut to Ted, who is, from Mike's estimation, choking him, putting his tie on. And Karen is dressing with Nancy. They're all getting ready for the funeral. She even offers Nancy the black heels she let her borrow for Kathy's birthday. But Nancy says, no. Chester, for some reason, we briefly cut to Chester, who goes to lie down in Castle Byers.
He's in mourning. He misses his young master, William.
But I like this because Mike has his dad helping put on his tie. And it's easy to make fun of Ted, but when you're a kid, putting on a tie does suck.
Yeah.
Like the collar is supposed to be super tight. It does feel like this is like not going to work for more than 2 seconds. It would feel like it's choking you to a kid. So Ted's probably just putting it on correctly. Nancy has Karen helping her. Jonathan is trying to tie his own tie. Can't figure it out because he doesn't have a fucking dad because Lonnie's a piece of shit and he never learned how to do that. I thought that was such a nice touch.
Yeah.
And you guys have been shitting on Ted for all these years.
Ted,
a man steps up.
That was not a good idea for you to bring that up in this episode.
He certainly steps.
I like how you dared to bring up your strange stance in this episode where it's explicitly said by his oldest daughter that he's a piece of shit and his parents were never in love and it's awful to be around them.
Well, she never says that he's a piece of shit.
I mean,
just that they were never in love, you know?
Yeah, I guess. But if he's like the type to be oblivious to that and be like, this is fine. He's like emotionally kind of a piece of shit, in my opinion.
That's fair. I just want to know, did they not have clip-on ties in the 80s? Because I feel
they
like
definitely did.
I'm
when
sure
you're an
they did.
11-year-old,
They had digital clocks. I know this.
you get a clip-on tie at that age, right?
No, you teach your boy how to tie a tie.
Especially, and what we know of Ted in later seasons is Ted's very much like a goddamn it, boy. We vote for Reagan here. We will learn how to tie a tie like a real man. It's supposed to be snug. Pain is progress.
I don't think he's a Reaganite.
Yeah, he is.
He won't even let his kids shoot guns. I doubt it.
He literally
Have you seen my parents?
He literally has a Reagan sign in his yard in a later season.
Does he?
Yeah.
Well, they should be more into
he,
guns.
He does let
He's not
his,
going to fit in at the rallies.
I thought they implied that he does let his kids shoot guns because Nancy's like, do you know my parents? And then they drop it, but then she's a bullseye with it. I took that as like, yeah, Ted's having his kids shoot.
I took that the total opposite way.
Yeah, that when she says, "Do you know my parents?" That's an obvious. That means obviously no, because then his story is that he did, right? And I think that she's shocked when she hits the can. She's just a prodigy.
Yeah, Annie Oakley. Straight
That's
up.
true. Nancy is a prodigy. I won't argue that.
She's a fire starter.
She's a once in a generation talent.
Smack my bitch up. I don't have any other prodigy jokes, and that one was inappropriate in context.
Get out of here, Lonnie.
Anyway, we're not even there yet, guys. We'll get there soon. That was my fault. I derailed. I wanted to take a jab at Andy's TED support.
His TED talk.
Call TED support, and it's just Andy. Hello.
Language.
Yep, I think it's pretty cool.
He's a good man.
Yeah, even Joyce is dressed in mourning, and then Lonnie as well. So they're all heading to the funeral. We get to Will's funeral. It's Liddy. The whole town's there.
Fucking Pastor Charles is dropping down a sermon.
He will uphold you with his righteous right hand. I was like, damn. Okay. But Dustin notices Jennifer Hayes is crying. And this is one of my favorite moments in the whole history of the show, because I'm sure I talked about this in 2017, but we've all, as kids, maybe unhinged adults, pictured what it would be like if we died and how sad everybody would be.
Who's going to show up?
You definitely do that as kids. And there's like, it's fun. It's more fun as a kid because you're thinking about all these people at school and stuff. And now it's like, as an adult, if you do this exercise, it's like 4 people. Mm-hmm. That would definitely be sad, you know, but you think all these other kids matter. And Jennifer Hayes was crying at my funeral. That's crazy.
Oh, she came to my funeral. Dang.
Yeah. And that's the idea that he takes the time, because they don't think Will's actually dead. So they're there kind of uplifted and giggling. Jennifer Hayes is crying. I can't wait to tell him.
They're mystery science theatering his funeral. There's one thing I noticed that was interesting when they pan across the funeral attendees and you see like all the families, they pass Lucas's family and Erica's not there, which I thought was interesting.
Her character didn't exist yet.
Yeah, they didn't create her yet.
But it zooms in on Joyce, and then she kind of fades into this memory of hanging out in the kitchen with Will, and he's drawing his D&D character, Will the Wise, and he's only got a green crayon, so he's drawing fireballs that look like cabbages for him to shoot. And they have this cute interaction. Well, I thought if he's so wise, why doesn't he avoid violence? Well, sometimes the enemies are smart too, and you got to fucking burn them to death if wits are equal.
Yep.
Duh.
You don't bring a knife to a fireball fight. You don't do that.
You say you shall not pass, and after that,
all bets are off.
You draw blades. That's right.
Who's more wise, do you think? Will the Wise or the boys the wise? Do you remember that?
No.
It was our first D&D.
Dirty Mike and the Boys.
Dirty Mike and the Boys, and you guys had a class, and Andy chose the Wise, so he was the boys the wise.
No, I don't remember that.
Check out our D&D Stranger Things trivia episode from, what was that, 2022?
Who knows, buddy?
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
That was a fun time.
It was so memorable.
I'm starting to get a little annoyed at all the times I'm asked to remember things. You know what I mean?
You're like, I didn't sign up for this when I started podcasting in 2017.
I haven't smoked weed since 2011. I have a better memory than almost anyone I meet. But I talk for 6 hours a day, 3 days a week for 8 straight years. And I forget a thing every now and then. And it's like, fucking piece of work, this guy. You know? I reject it.
Reject it. Outright.
I challenge any one of you motherfuckers to a memory test. Let's do one of those little puzzles where the cards flip over for a second. I'll do that. Whatever.
Let's do it.
Is that a good one to play?
I think it's fun.
Or we could just say stuff and then we'll see who remembers in 5 years. It's a longer version of the game.
Gubernatorial. That's my word.
Get to 4 years from now.
What was your word?
What was your word, Steve?
Whatever. I just wanted to. So I'm sorry. But I did appreciate your game that day.
Thank you, buddy.
It just wasn't memorable.
That's all I Oh.
Hopper wakes up and there's pills and booze everywhere. And I remember I actually remember. I didn't say it on the show. I have no idea, actually. But but I remember the first time I watched it thinking, oh, this is kind of losing me. Why would they leave him alive? Like, you know what I mean? I had a struggle with that on my first watch. And I think now they want him alive because they want to know what he knows. They want him bugged and
they want
alive.
to take him to, they want him to lead them to the other people who might know.
Yeah, I think it's important to them to see how deep in shit they are, how exposed they are. And also, I think hiding the sheriff's body is a taller order than Barb and Will, you know?
Yeah, and possibly the two other gentlemen who were hunting that have gone missing.
Yeah, they're dead for sure, I think.
There's a lot of people who are not around.
But there's pills and booze everywhere. They made it look like he just had a rough night partying.
They even put some Jameson on the counter.
Oh, yeah.
He's all sweaty.
He was all sweaty. And he's wearing the long underwear.
Yeah.
Who does that? Aside from people that are practically trying to stay warm. He runs outside with his pistol, then goes to the bathroom. He's checking for the needle mark on his neck. And then he starts looking everywhere for listening devices, for bugs in his house. And unfortunately,
everywhere except the most obvious spot directly overhead of him.
Dude ripped up his couch before he looked up there.
I'm like, oh my God. Man. He had to have felt like a real dum-dum when he finally found that. Like, oh.
Right in the overhead lamp. Just, it was right there the whole time. Mm-hmm. Not even a small one. It's like a big dangly, like,
oh yeah, that was huge.
Radio magnet thing. And then they're listening to Will and Joyce. We cut to like the spies at the lab and they're listening to that conversation. So they can even hear like the convo from the other side.
Yeah, I'm wondering where they got that. Or was it, I'm trying to figure out where they got that recording or like how they figured that out.
They would have had to have been listening on the radio because the radio waves, because the kids were in tune with Will, and Will, presumably the voice of Joyce yelling was coming through as well.
I guess that makes sense because they've been working with that system, I guess you call it, through 11. Like they know how to tune into 11's frequency. Mm-hmm. And since she was the one that was tuning them in, maybe they just like picked it up. I don't know. Maybe,
but I always took that as that's part of her skill set, is she's not only hearing it, but broadcasting it through the intercom as part of her. So she
was also broadcasting to them as well on accident?
No, maybe, but I don't. Yeah, what I'm saying is I don't think they can like tap into that whenever they want. I think like when we see the flashbacks and she's broadcasting the Russian guy's voice over the intercom, I think she's actively doing that. They're not tapping into what she can hear. You know what I mean?
They're not sending it to frequency 101. Yeah. It's just her.
It would be channel 11, obviously.
Clearly, that's her brand.
It's 1.1. It has good tunes on too.
She does the weather. She does the traffic report. It's pretty cool. And then the Cure plays.
The 11 eye in the sky.
11, what's the weather looking like today? Cold. All right.
Cold, dark, and empty.
Cold, rain.
Definitely can't put her on in the morning, am I right? Jesus Christ.
Maybe we just hook her up to the Doppler and have someone else read her thoughts? I don't know.
Where are we at here? My memory is impeccable. Jonathan is going over the map with Nancy, and they're just like at the cemetery still, right? Let's hide behind this fucking huge tombstone over here and plot our plans. And he's realizing he's marked all of the different sightings of the creature, and they're all within a mile or so of each other. And so they realize somewhere in this vector, it must be. Let's go find it.
We have 3 points, Nancy. We can triangulate its movements.
That's goddamn right. So what's going to happen when we find it? And Jonathan's like, well, obviously, we're going to kill it. Well, you want me to take a picture of it? Because he goes and gets Lonnie's pistol out of his glove box.
She's like, but you said a picture says 1,000 words. or some shit.
I need this to kill 1,000 beasts. It's not that kind of pistol. It's a revolver. Still. Was that the camera?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, that's not what revolvers do.
That's not the sound they make?
Yeah. And they argue a little bit. It's like, your mom deserves to know. I'll tell her when it's dead.
It's so sad because Joyce would be like, I know where the shotgun is. Let's go.
Let's go.
Chamber. Let's get our boy. Let's bring him home.
Locked and loaded, motherfucker. Come on.
I'm Joyce Byers, mother of two. Gaze upon me with fear.
That's right.
Ninjas and Machines, anyone?
I love it.
That's a great movie.
Great movie. We cut back to the school principal who is reporting to the quote unquote technician, aka Hawkins lab spy, that the fire that hit the Heathkit ham shack
You see, this
is
is why
unknown in origin.
This is why I don't sign up for the Geek Squad.
Why?
They're all government stooges. I know deep down. They're planting bugs.
We all knew.
They're looking at your photos for sure.
I hear this is really popular with the
Less athletic types. It's so true. Well, as a resident less athletic type, can confirm.
Confirmed, yeah. I like how he's saying that to the Geek Squad guy. Like, wouldn't that guy be like, yo, fuck, man.
If he wasn't actually a government worker instead, yeah, he would have been offended. That was actually a dead giveaway that he wasn't offended. Then we cut to one of my least favorite societal quirks, the post-funeral party that usually has like brownies and fried chicken.
The wake.
Why is this one of your least favorite?
Yeah, is it called the wake?
Yeah.
I think the wake is
actually
a specific thing.
Yeah, the wake is usually before the funeral to view the body, I thought.
I thought that was just called the viewing.
Maybe. Because you think it would be in the wake of.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's figure this out right now. When does a wake take place? A wake, also known as a viewing, typically takes place before a funeral or memorial service.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So then what's the post party? The after party?
Exactly.
Is that what they call it?
What do you
quake.
call the post funeral party?
Are you calling it a post-funeral party?
A reception. It's a funeral reception.
Oh, okay.
That's right. That's right. Somebody on Reddit was asking, what do you call the party after a funeral where you eat food with family and friends? See? You're calling me weird. That's what it is.
I just never would have thought to call it a party.
Oh, it's a party.
I consider it more like a gathering of friends who know each other.
I see what you did there.
Oh, it's for you, buddy.
This Reddit thread got wild predictably quickly.
Whoa. Well, how so?
I can't say on there.
Oh, no.
Let's just say nothing actually is safer.
Okay.
But yeah, what do you mean? Why is it awkward? This is terrible. You know, it should be a celebration of life. If it was an actual party, then it would be great, right? But what it ends up being is you having just lost someone very near and dear to you, and you want probably to be alone, or at least only around your very closest loved ones. And instead, you are forced to kind of host this party, and you're walking around. Hey, are you okay? Do you want the chocolate sprinkle ones are great. And you know, you're eating like shitty food, and you're talking to people you don't like. Like when my son's grandpa died recently, the preacher was nice enough, but I don't know the guy. I don't like the guy. You know,
You don't want to hang.
remember he came up to me and he was like, "Hey, it's really cool that you're here. It's important for kids to have their fathers in their life."
What?
I never told you this?
No, you didn't tell me that.
And I was like, yeah, where else would I be?
Jesus.
And it just...
He saw your tattoos and was like, sinner.
He
thought he
did.
was saying
I'm just
something
over
profound.
there. I'm all tatted up, smoking a cigarette and shit. And he's like, it's nice that you're kind of trying as a father, you know?
How drunk are you?
But my whole thing is like, why is this even happening? Who are you? What, you know what I mean? Like, this is an intimate
Why are you
thing.
judging me?
Well, we got second cousin Nancy over there gossing her fucking head off because she hasn't seen anybody in 13 years. And this is great for her. This is terrible. This is dumb. And I hate it. That's all I was thinking.
I think it just depends on the situation. Because the reason why I asked was I wanted to know specifically what you meant. Because you could go in a bunch of different ways. Like, this is the worst. Like, is it because like you just hate losing someone and it's an awful thing to go through, or it's the party itself. I think it just depends. Like I've been to several of these where it was much more of a celebration of life, but I think you would technically call it the same thing. It just depends. And in all the ones, and maybe it's because I've been privileged enough to have family members that were cool. If someone lost a loved one, usually the person directly, like if the spouse died, the living spouse wasn't the one hosting that. It was another family member that did that for them, so they wouldn't have to worry about that shit.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the ones I went to were a lot more jovial. Like they have photos of everybody. Like, you remember when they did this? Oh, that was so great. Oh, you remember? And it was much more fun. Like not fun because it's a funeral and it's awful, but it was cathartic and nice and not like droll.
When my dad died, we had something like that, and everybody was pretty drunk and stuff. And his family is kind of wild, and they're all not in prison all at the same time for the first time in a long time. And my dad's pictures are up everywhere, and it was kind of a crazy fun time. You were there, I think.
Yeah.
But that's rare. And most, I just think we have this like morbid, like I remember my ex, this is probably too personal to share on air. I'm not sure, but like, you see the person, they just lost their father and they're standing in front of the casket and 112 people are lined up, and she has to hug and shake the hand of every single person.
The viewing's
leave the woman alone.
Yeah,
the viewing's the worst. Come look at their body. Like, why do we do that? It's so fucking weird.
Agreed.
At least we don't pose next to the body anymore and take photos straight faced.
Yeah. Oh, we don't?
We don't do that.
I shouldn't have done that.
Taking a selfie.
I got the little Snapchat filter to pop up on his face.
He's a puppy dog. I love dogs. I agree. That's terrible. I don't like that either. I feel so bad for anyone who has to go through that.
I'm still so proud of how I handled that. I came in, people everywhere. Maybe this is why the preacher judged me the way he did. And my son was like, "Dad, do you have a phone charger?" And I was like, "Why, does your phone die?" And he was like, "No, not yet." And I was like, "Well, your grandpa did." And luckily it landed,
See, that's the kind of stuff.
That was a 50-50, man.
I went for it though.
If I tragically pass on too soon, I want you to make that joke. Whatever the fuck it is.
I don't know if Erica will be in the laughing mood, but I'll try.
No, she would get it. She would be like, "Oh, it's hilarious." And then start crying.
Steve would have thought that was hilarious.
He would have loved it.
Let's not joke about this. We always know. Hopefully Andy will die tragically. As Steve said last week for some fucking reason.
My words were out of context. I was going to fight for his. I would know he would be actually still alive. Be fighting to bring him home.
But anyway, they're discussing all that stuff. I just wanted to bitch about funeral parties. Mike and the boys approach Mr. Clark. They have questions and they want to like gently get some answers from their resident. He's the maven. He's the source of information in their town. We're in mourning.
The way they keep talking about like how we're in mourning, we're sad, and then Dustin's back there like these aren't even real Nilla wafers. Like they're just clearly not. It's hilarious.
It's so good.
Off-brand Nilla wafers are the fucking worst.
I'm with Dustin on this. That's an atrocity that Will doesn't deserve, frankly.
You're insulting the memory of Will.
But he tells them about, they discuss Carl Sagan's Cosmos and the theoretical possibility of other dimensions. Oh, you guys have been delving into Hugh Everett's many worlds interpretation, haven't you? And then they say, no. Do you know about the Veil of Shadows? Yes, it's an echo of the material plane. And that's so good. He's a D&D fan. It's great. But then he goes on to explain the title of the show, The Flea and the Acrobat on a tightrope and how it can only walk forwards and backwards. But then the flea can go along the side or even upside down. And he talks about the possible theoretical occurrence of a doorway betwixt those worlds, a gate, if you will, and what that would do. Well, I think we'd know. It would suck us all in. It would destroy the world potentially. And Dustin's over there like, shit.
It would disrupt gravity, electromagnetic fields.
Ooh, that's important.
And again, when they bring up the Veil of Shadows, the alternate dimensions, it's like it's easy to want to hope for a dimension that doesn't have any of this awful, sad stuff going on. No, that's not what we're talking about, dude. We just want to know how do we get in there?
Purely theory nerd stuff. Will's gone. It's fine. And then he's like, oh, interesting. But Callahan and Powell show up to Hopper's trailer, and he comes out all sweaty and bearing a gun. But they're there to let him know, because his phone wouldn't work, that Bev Mooney came in upset. Dale and Henry never came home from hunting. And they were out hunting somewhere near Curly. Mirkwood. That's right.
He's adopting the language.
I'll handle it, guys. Fuck off.
There's out hunting in the woods in the suburbs, I guess.
They found Barb's car,
Suburbs
too.
is a strong word.
They found Barb's car, too. The Stadies found it at the bus station. It's funny how they just keep doing our job for us, ain't it, Op?
Yeah. Funny.
God, you're the two worst cops I've ever met.
It's not funny is what he's saying, Steve, because that means it's more government interference. I don't know if you were picking up on that. He wasn't actually thinking it was funny.
Well, I knew that Hopper didn't think it was funny. I think Callahan thinks it's hilarious.
Yeah, I just didn't know.
I think that dude's like, why are we even coming to work?
I didn't know if you could tell Hopper was actually pretty upset in this scene.
He was very upset. He's so mad.
But then Powell's like, I think he's been spending too much time with that Joyce Byers.
Did you see that nerd drop the Mirkwood?
Yeah, he's been hanging out with too many nerds. Joyce Byers rubbing off on him.
Why is everyone so mean to Joyce? She's a nice
I don't
lady.
know.
No, those cops can't judge how the general town feels about her from them. Definitely not Callahan.
I don't know. The small snippets you get from the rest of town, I feel like the rest of town are just as big a jerk.
She's got a reputation for some reason.
Yeah.
I can...
Probably Aunt Darlene has a play in it. And then,
sure, but
that's
also
Lonnie's boy. You know, the dad that left them.
If she was the type to be smitten with Lonnie, she probably at one point was a handful and liked to party. You know? Just gonna throw that out there. But speaking of Lonnie, he's boarding up the hole in the house, and he took down the Christmas lights. She's very upset about that. I told you not to take them down. He's like, son of a bitch.
Babe, I listened to you, and I decided to just ignore it.
I did hear you. I just disagreed. And he's like, shame what the old Sattler Company has done to this family, isn't it?
You know, somebody should sue them.
Yeah.
He's playing it cool. He's building up to his grand plan.
Joyce's reaction to him in that scene is so great, too, because she just turns like, what the fuck?
Well, she clocks it immediately and goes to the bag in the next scene, right?
Yeah.
But Mike is showing Eleven the gate trick that they learned from Mr. Clark. He should be a doctor. I'm going to give him an honorary PhD.
From Streaming Things University?
Yeah. PhD stands for Can Get It. And
PhD's nuts.
And sure. We'll work on it. That was just off the cuff, you know? But yeah, the pencil through the piece of paper trick. He's showing 11 this. She knows exactly what he's talking about.
I love that he does the exact same move.
What else can you do? That's the only way to do it.
What was the movie from the first original one that did that?
It's probably an Easter eggo.
Oh, okay.
Don't you think?
Yeah, but
I doubt they accidentally did that.
I don't have the movie. Steve probably has it.
It's Event Horizon.
Is it Event Horizon?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
It happens a lot, though. Like, a lot of movies do that.
At least 3, including that and this. But I can't think of the third one.
Yeah, I'm blanking on the
But it was something pretty recently, and it was like, this is just the only way to describe this. Like,
Right.
it's
You just push a pencil through a piece of paper.
Anything phallic and anything that you can get it through would work.
Right.
But a pencil usually is what they use.
A hot dog.
Not a piece of paper. It'd be like a bun at that point. You got the bun, but you do perpendicular. Yeah.
Perpendicular.
Yeah. I hardly know her. That's such a stupid fucking joke.
But it works every time.
It's like a fart. It just works every time.
Oh, man.
Because you're starting to think about how would I perpendic her? And then okay.
Yeah.
How well do I know her?
You think she's down? She doesn't know where the gate is what she says, but she's like internally freaking out because she totally does.
Yeah.
And Dustin is in the background freaking out about the compass. I love this line. It's such a stupid, subtle way to make a joke about what big nerds they all are. Quick, show me all your compasses. And they're not like, I don't have a fucking compass, nerd. They pull out their compasses.
It's like their gun badge.
I only have 2.
Like I've been a nerd my whole life. I've never had a group of friends that would whip out their compasses if asked.
I mean, when you say it like that, I'm into it.
But Dustin is amazed. Are you all seriously this dense?
You idiots.
You're not picking up what I'm laying down just by merely looking at the compasses and where they're pointing? That's not north. Sets in the west, rises in the east, Boom. So the compass, something's fucking with them. A more powerful magnet can stop a compass from working. And 11's in the back looking worried. Oh shit, he's onto something. So they decide,
Oh God.
it's not true north. We can just find this north and it should lead us to the gate, theoretically. We cut to Lonnie. Lonnie's having a good old time in Joyce's shower, just using all her expensive shampoos and conditioners.
This guy.
Taking her loofah and flossing his asshole with it.
Oh, you know he is.
You know he
Dude
is.
hasn't showered in 2 weeks.
He's having a great time in there. And Joyce, meanwhile, is going through his bag, his duffel, his almost a satchel. That's honestly a nice bag.
Maybe a knapsack.
No, it's not. You've gone too far.
No, I'm just saying he should have a knapsack.
He should have like a stick and like a little picnic thing.
Yeah, he's a dirt bag. That's what I'm saying.
He's a tramp, a scamp.
He needs to ride the rails all the way back to wherever the hell he
That's
came
right.
from whence he came.
But she finds a flyer for a law office in his duffy.
Conner Law Offices. Accidental injury or death? Let us fight for you. No fees until I recover for you.
You read the whole flyer? My guy.
He specializes in car accidents, bicycle accidents, which I think this is what it would technically fall under. Since Will was riding his bike and fell in the quarry is the story.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I was looking under them like accidental falling into a quarry is not on there, sir.
They could have probably actually sued the Sattler company for a bunch of money for sure.
Oh, for sure. No signages.
No signage.
Oh.
But we cut to Nancy, who gets a bat and she's out in the garage taking a few swings, and Steve walks up. Is that for me? No, I was thinking about joining softball. And Steve apologizes. I was acting like a dick. It was really selfish of me to bring that up. I did get in trouble, but let's not talk about that. How's Barb? Any word? No word, unfortunately, on Barb. He's like, you know what? Let's go catch a movie.
Pretend everything's normal for just one evening.
And Nancy lets him down easy. She's like, oh, with Will dying and all that stuff, it's kind of better.
Not you, it's me.
Yeah, better stick around the house. And then as soon as she leaves,
it's Will's death.
she takes some more practice swings when he leaves.
Yeah. Maybe there's a little bit more to Steve Harrington than we originally thought.
She's on deck is what they call that, Steve. And she's got to knock out the cobwebs.
With her swinging.
Like that?
Let's see what you did there.
I did notice she didn't opt to take the croquet mallet to swing at the Demogorgon.
I think the baseball bat's a better move. It's got a more of a surface area, you know?
Oh, you're right. It is a better move, but selfishly, it would be hilarious if she had the croquet mallet.
Like a Harley Quinn kind of thing. Just a mallet.
Yeah.
You can make it work, but I would definitely feel better with the bat.
Is that croquet mallet? Oh, shit. Ow.
Swing away.
Swing away, Meryl. Swing away.
Joyce is now screaming at Lonnie when we cut back. She realizes he's just here for the money, and he tries to fight back. He says some really dark, mean things. He had no memory of how Jonathan wanted to go to NYU because he's like, oh, we'll do this for his college. And she calls him out on that bullshit.
What college does he want to go to?
Since he was 6 years old, he's wanted to go to NYU, and Lonnie forgot. Because unlike Kit Laser, he has a terrible memory because he's selfish.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Then we can send him there.
But she's like, I've been doing all this without you my whole life. And he says, and yeah, well, look what happened. So mean.
Yeah.
Not cool, Lonnie. And she says, get the fuck out of my house.
No, keep these lights up until the day I die. She's got periods in between the words.
Period, queen. Serving. Get out of here, Lonnie.
I don't like that one.
I was laughing in Steve's face. You were like, period queen. He went, oh.
What do you mean?
What do you mean what I mean?
What do you mean?
Don't call the lady the period queen.
Jonathan is really bad at shooting. He's practicing. Nancy comes up. He's like, yeah, I'm aiming for between the targets, is obviously.
That was a good line. I like it.
Yeah, he's got a little riz. And
Jaybird, okay.
This is where he tells the story about how Lonnie made him kill a rabbit when he was 10 years old.
It's making more of a man.
I cried for a week. And there's a great line where Jonathan says, I assume my parents were in love with each other at some point. I wasn't around for that part. Oh, it's such a good line, dude. That's gold. I think this episode was written by Allison Whitlock or something. Anyway, great line.
Yeah, Allison Tatlock.
Tatlock. And it's directed by the Duffers. And then Nancy says, I don't think my parents ever loved each other. He was a lot older, inappropriate age gap, Andy. and had a steady job, family with money, and she just stayed with him for comfort. And once she got pregnant, and it's miserable for her. You know what I mean? She's in that like rebellious teen. I'm never going to become my parents part of her life. And then turns out Deadeye Nancy filtering the rage.
That bullet was for Ted.
Exactly.
That was the target. She just heard that can.
Hashtag justice for Ted.
I was just watching Happy Gilmore 2, and he's talking to another golfer. It doesn't matter about what about. And then Happy says, I usually just fuel my driving with pure rage. Nancy does the same thing with her shooting. That's all I'm saying. She uses the Happy Gilmore technique. We cut back to Hopper, who put his trailer back together pretty quickly, as best he could. And even then put the phone back together. And there's like the Terry Ives papers are on the coffee table.
Yeah.
And he's on the phone calling his ex-wife, who thinks he's drunk dialing her, but he's not. He's like, I'm probably about to die. I'm in some deep shit here. And I just want to say those 7 years were everything to me. I don't regret a single thing. And this is going to make me cry.
So sad.
Because what he's doing here is, even though it culminated in the most possible pain anyone could imagine, and my life is ruined, and it would have been better for everybody since she died anyway, that we had never met each other, I would do it again because those 7 years were everything to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sweet.
And she's like, have you been drinking? And she's got her other dude and her other kid in the background.
There's a baby crying.
And he's like, you know what? Tell Bill I said what's up. Never
Who
mind.
are we talking about?
Well, good for her for moving on too. And like, everybody's got to do what they got to do. But it's
and we
brutally
know
tragic.
Before this case kind of made Hopper sort of start becoming his best self again, he was in a pretty low spot.
Yeah, he probably has called her wasted many times.
Yeah.
Like, what are you wearing?
You remember our baby?
Bill doesn't do it like I do it, does he? Fuck you, Bill.
I bet I could beat up Bill.
Yeah, Bill's a bitch.
I bet I'll fucking shoot him.
Yeah, his real name.
That's Chief Flea.
It's not even his name.
I could get away with it.
His name's William.
Nerd.
Yeah. And then as he walks away, after he hangs up on her, the phone rings again. Probably her now worried about him. And honestly, this is a childish move that he pulls, and I respect it. Once somebody is actively worried about you that was previously treating you like shit, you leave them there. That's the baller move. Rips the phone out.
Yeah, let him worry.
I'm probably dead. Hope you feel good about what you said last to me.
You're going to feel bad about this.
You were going to be crying next to Jennifer Hayes at my funeral.
I do like that touch, though. I don't think I ever caught it, but the scene opens with him looking at the Terry Ives stuff. I don't think I ever quite made that connection that he was calling her because he's like, oh shit, this is real government messed up stuff and they're going to kill me for sure because I know too much.
We weren't that deep into Terry Ives' lore back then.
No, we didn't know what that was.
We cut to the boys and Elle walking on the train tracks, and they're following their compass to find the gate. And Lucas is like, how are we going to know it if we even see it? And Dustin's like, a portal is going to be pretty obvious. I guarantee that, theoretically.
Yeah. But he's clocking that 11's acting weirder than
What do you mean the weirdo's acting weird? He's like, no, weirder than usual, right? And then goes back to Elle, and we get a flashback, and it's Dr. Brenner. 11, we're going to have to take it farther than we've ever gone before.
The bath.
You have to take a bath.
You're getting really stinky.
I don't know how to say this, but it's becoming, people are noticing.
I have a new word for you. It's shampoo.
Have you ever seen the movie Now You See Me?
No.
Well, there's a water tank. It doesn't matter if you haven't seen it. It's not going to help you visualize what I'm doing, but I got a tank for you.
Jesse Eisenberg. Yes, he's in it.
Exactly.
I know how much you love him. Big fan of Superbad. I know you love it.
Woody Harrelson.
Goddamn right, 11.
The two of them were in a movie together called Zombieland. We watched it the other day with Shepard. It was his choice for movie night.
Mouth breathers. No, they're zombies, 11. We need to expand your vocabulary.
Any hoozle. They drop her into the fucking tank. That's it.
That sounds so unceremonious. It's like, whoop, there she goes.
Sink or swim.
It's so scary though. They lower on that it's like a trapeze thing.
Yeah.
And then they take it away. Like, you're not getting back. They put the little helmet on her
Those
first.
helmets freak me out because they just kind of rest, or they kind of strap to your shoulders.
I know, but
right?
because of the way gravity works, the water won't get in there.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah, it does freak me out.
It's like an upside down canoe underwater,
Mm-hmm. And then Papa's like, have fun in there. And they shut the doors on her for sensory deprivation.
Yeah, can't even see anything. And then Elle comes back to the present and asks Mike to turn back. And he's like, well, what do you mean? We're almost there. I'm tired. I am tired. So, oh, it's okay. We'll get you a nappy later. But she's trying to make them turn back because it's not safe. And she doesn't want to reveal what she thinks is the truth, which is that she is the monster. She's caused all of this. We cut to Nancy walking in the forest with Jonathan. And she's like, you never told me what my nudes said to you. You said that a picture's whatever, it says people's true nature. What did mine say?
I was thinking that we should probably fight. Let's pick this thread back up.
Yeah.
And he calls her out. He's honest. He's like, it looks to me like you're trying to fake like you're someone else. And in that moment, you were just you, also naked. So that was cool.
And she was
So I was being myself when my shirt was off. Is that where we're going with this?
And
that's bullshit.
That's her move, dude.
Mm-hmm. When Nancy hits you with the bullshit.
She defends Steve. He's a good guy. You don't know him like I do. And he's like, well, I don't like him. And that's fine. I don't like most people. He's in the vast majority. So no big deal. And that's when they get in this big fight and he digs really deep because she attacks him. Like, I was thinking you were cool, not just some pretentious prick.
Creep, yeah.
And he's like, well, I thought you were cool, not just some chick who thought she was going to escape the suburbs, but really is just going to become exactly like her parents and settle down at the end of the cul-de-sac and hate her whole life and digs deep.
He goes real hard.
And he's not wrong, but that's like her worst fear, right? And he just punches her while she's down.
And he picked that up from one photo.
He's a genius artist.
There was an interesting a continuity error in this scene.
Really?
Yeah, they talk about because when they start talking about Steve and she's like, sorry about all that stuff that happened yesterday. It's just small because it wasn't yesterday. It was at least 2-3 days ago. But
was it?
I think it was 2 days ago because actually I went through. I'm like, wait, that seems wrong. The timeline seems off. That they broke his camera. They scheduled the funeral and had the funeral all in the same 24-hour period.
Oh yeah.
So I went and tried to find a timeline. I think it was 3 days ago. It was 2 days prior because he did go to the funeral director the day before the funeral, which was a quick turnaround on that team's part. So good job.
For sure. And that could easily be explained. I know it's an actual error, but it's easily explained as she's in a huff and just said yesterday when she meant Wednesday.
Yeah. It's not a big deal. It's just something when I heard it in this moment, I was like, wait, is that the timeline? That's crazy.
No way. No funeral home can move that fast. But there's a pounding on Joyce's door and she thinks it's Lonnie. Lonnie, I told you to fuck off. But when she jerks it open, it's Hop standing there. He bursts in and he has a piece of paper that says, don't say anything. And she plays ball. I feel like most people would be annoying and be like, what do you mean don't say anything?
I mean, if a cop shows up at your house with a sign that says, shh, don't say anything.
Yeah, if it's your buddy Hop the cop, though, it's different. Not just a rando cop. This is your buddy Hop the cop. If she'd said something, they had to kill her. That'd have been terrible.
Stevenson calls her.
But I love how he looks around. Remember, he found the last listening device and a light in his house. She's got all those Christmas lights everywhere. And
Jesus.
It's funny. Dustin realizes that they're heading back home in the junkyard. They get to the junkyard and he's like, wait a second. Because he's the navigator. He's the smart guy. And he figures out pretty quickly, this is wrong. We're heading back in the direction of our house. And they all come to the conclusion that something else must be screwing with the compasses. And then it's Lucas who jumps quickest to realizing it was 11 because he doesn't like 11. He's always,
she's a traitor.
That's right. And then he finds fresh blood on her sleeve, indicative of the fact that she's been recently using her powers.
Wiping it.
And Elle's a bad liar. She starts crying immediately. It's not safe. And then they all start to fight.
Not one of them asks, what do you mean it's not safe? Are you trying to protect us, maybe? No, she's a traitor.
Well, they're kids.
I know.
You don't like to be betrayed.
Girl. With cooties?
By a girl of all things, exactly.
Girl.
Hopper checks all the Christmas lights.
Not all, because as soon as he sits down, the camera cuts over to Joyce and there is one directly above her
Nah.
head that I swear to God that is still screwed in. I'm like, oh, it's in that one.
Maybe she was in charge of checking that one and she put it back because she's like, I have to put all these back. Can we be doing it this way, please?
I like to imagine that it's in that one, and the Brenners are these amateurs. Yet an open book test knew that's where we put him, and he still failed.
Yeah, but he tells her that they had a microphone in his light. I don't know if it's the CIA, the NSA, the Department of Energy. I don't know. I think we're okay, though. I can't be sure, but I think we're okay. And then he tells Joyce, you were right. It wasn't him. The body was a fake. You were right the whole time. Oh, that had to be good for her to hear.
God, that felt good as an audience member.
Vindication.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get a pack of camels from Donald and celebrate. And then we cut back. Lucas and Mike are for real fighting now. They're screaming at each other.
Cam.
He calls Elle a stray dog, says it's all her fault. Maybe she's the monster. And
She's using us for a free bed and free food.
And Mike attacks.
She's just got to pull herself up by her bootstraps, Mike.
Mike attacks Lucas. They start wrestling. Elle doesn't like violence. She's like, my dog Jax will just jump on anybody who's wrestling. I'm helping, but it's not. It's actually making it way worse. And she throws Lucas with her mind across the junkyard. He hits like an old rusty hood. And then they turn on her. What is wrong with you? I'm a monster. Didn't you hear him? This is what I do. I don't like baths.
So sad.
I exacerbate things.
And then in the flashback again, it's Elle in the tank. She's trying to listen to some voices.
Oh, that really cool aspect ratio. Zooming in on her.
And then she hones in on a Russian man in the void. And we get this, I think it's the first time we get introduced to this void area, right? And Brenner and the gang can hear the Russian voice over the intercom.
Is he giving a presentation? He's just like, he's a chatty Cathy.
Yes.
There aren't any pauses for anyone else to like be talking to him or anything.
I think he is.
I'm going to read the entire dissertation of my paper to you, and I will present it. It will be approximately a 3-hour-long presentation. There will be no breaks.
The
Yes,
Brothers
breaks.
Karamazov, page 1. And then, but they hear growling and clicking. Or whatever.
What is that?
What is that? The Russian man disappears like a fucking Death Eater in smoke, you know? When no, that's
I turned into smoke. I'm gone.
that's not a Death Eater.
That was me the whole time. Sorry.
What are those called?
Dementor.
Yeah, you're thinking of Dementor.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I
you
was thinking
stupid
of Dementor.
fuck. Bye.
I'm Lucius Malfoy.
I'm not. I'm
You're
not
never
even.
gonna catch me.
I'm not even really Russian. I'm Russian to suck your soul. That's what I'm doing.
Ooh.
Anyway, see ya. I gotta go though. Got somewhere to be. Got 2 tickets tonight.
I'm fucking dumb.
It was funny because I knew what you thought it was, and that made it funny. And she screams in fear when she sees whatever we can't see, which is presumably a Demogorgon, right? And then back in the present, Elle is weeping as Lucas wakes. He slaps his friends away and walks away, and we get that classic, trope. Let him go.
Get off me.
No, let him go.
Teary-eyed.
Let
If
him-
I was him, I'd be crying.
Oh, for
Dude,
sure.
that's a classic little kid thing, though, when you're like
hit me.
embarrassed,
Concussed.
kind of, and you're just like, I just want to go home.
For
I
sure.
just want to go home.
Take your ball and go home. But then when they turn around, Elle is gone too. Mike can't find her. Elle? We cut to Nancy, who hears something. It's dark in the forest now, and they find a wounded deer. Oh, it was hit by a car. Wait a second. Was it?
What are those teeth marks?
That's not at all what it looks like. A, we're nowhere near a road. B, you guys are terrible detectives. I get maybe they think that I like hobbled there and fell from the road, perhaps.
'Cause that happens sometimes.
And Jonathan offers to put down the deer because Nancy's hesitating with the gun. They don't want to let it suffer.
I'm not 9 anymore.
And then he can't do it.
I thought you said you were 10.
What if he missed per his skills earlier? Imagine how awesome that would be.
He just shoots it in the leg. Just keeps hurting it more.
I don't know why it's a pig.
Jonathan, you're making it worse. Oh, God.
He shoots her. I'm panicking. I'm not 9 anymore. Just shoots her in the head.
I'm a better shot with a camera.
But then something drags the deer away.
Mine. It's mine.
It's mine.
Cleansy.
This is my snacks.
First.
I had to poop.
Oh, is this real Nilla wafers?
He doesn't like the real ones.
Steve's so right. Like immediately after that, they're just looking around like for beer, blood smears and stuff.
For beer. There's got to be some beer around here.
That was wild, Nancy. Let's get a brewski.
Now, here's what really happened, right? No, obviously the Demogorgon took it, but what I mean is it wasn't hit by a car. It was shot by Dale and his buddy, who are now also dead. That's what I think.
I think that's a better idea than the car.
And I don't think I've ever like put that together before because that's the area that they went missing and they were out hunting. So I think that deer was likely killed by them and the gunshot brought the Demogorgon to kill them. And he's just back for the snacks. All right, I ate Dale. He was pretty yummy.
Yum, yum, yum.
And you
they're
guys
for
think
sure
it's
dead,
ridiculous that they don't immediately know that it's the Demogorgon, or
That they don't immediately run.
you think so?
Yeah.
I don't get that impression because they're there to find it. And so when the deer disappears, they're like, all right, it's fucking go time.
Or you find it, but it is like 2 feet away in the darkness in the shrubs and you didn't know it. And it rips a corpse
And the
off
shrubs
into
are
the nethers.
Okay,
The
so the
shrubs are
reaction
also-
is too muted, at least,
Yes.
you think?
The shrubs are also a little bit up not a hill, but like an incline a bit. So it had to like go through the bushes, grab it, and then drag it up. And I understand it's happening fast, but the fact they're like, "Shh, what was that? Like it's just a little.
Where'd it go?
Well, should we follow?
Is that what happens when you shoot it? Did you shoot it?
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah,
Jonathan, you blasted it away.
what does proceed to happen after that is even sillier, I think. There's blood and viscera everywhere, and then they split up. I don't know why.
They had to have gone really far apart for her to be like, Jonathan.
Which exactly.
Yeah.
But then he does hear her when she screams from inside.
Yeah.
That's silly.
He was just ignoring her the first time.
Yeah, I'm still mad at you.
Like, oh, nag, nag, nag. I'm going to call you Nagsy.
She sees like a little hole, like Pan's Labyrinth gate in the tree. And there's like presumably a giant frog in there.
This is wild. Like that anyone would. So I'm terrified of like tights. Like whenever I see like those spelunking videos where people are going into caves and like, I'm just like, why the fuck would you ever do that?
Yeah.
That's so dumb. And so when she goes into this tree trunk,
And it's all
looks so
drippy and gooey.
Yeah, it's gross.
No
Why would
chance
you
you're
do
going in
that?
there.
No, I especially wouldn't go there without visual confirmation that Jonathan sees me
Exactly.
and is supervising.
Jonathan, I'm going in the goo gate.
Like, here, tie this to my leg and then drag
I'm
me out
taking
after a
this
minute.
bat with me.
The
for
only
sure.
thing that I feel like could justify it, and they don't do this, but if they showed like the perspective of, hey, there's more room in that tree than there should be physically possible. And she's like, what the fuck is going on? Like a magic thing.
Like a TARDIS situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Bigger on the
'Cause-
inside.
Can't say that.
Exactly. Because it's just like, as it is, it's just like this goopy little hole. Yeah, she just like crawls on in. She's like, oh, it's pretty spacious in here. But if they had shown her view of like, hang on, there's a lot of space in there, that would have been justifiable.
Yeah, my notes are, for some reason, she crawls in there and then she emerges in the upside down. Her flashlight is now flickering. But I do think, despite the fact that I don't believe Nancy's would do that, it is like a really terrifying, cool scene.
Yeah.
The sound effect that they always use when lights aren't working is so cool.
And
I kind of forgot that Nancy was she's technically the second main character to get into the Upside Down in the whole series. There's Will and then Nancy.
well,
right?
Barb.
Well, that's true. I said main character.
Hashtag justice for Barb from Steve. Yeah, main, but fourth character in general because Shepard.
And Dale and Henry, or whatever the names were.
Yeah, they're probably
that's
in
true.
there. They
They're
probably
probably
made
in there.
it.
I hope they made it in there.
And technically, we find out much later that a seventh person made it
I mean, on like the show.
and became the ruler.
viewers. I had forgot that she wiggled in there.
She did wiggle in there. But the Demogorgon is in there. I don't like my emphasis on that syllable. The Demogorgon. The Demogorgon is in there feeding on the deer. This is delicious.
This is so good.
This is better than Henry. Not as good as Dale.
Oh, man, I could go for some Gale seconds.
Does Gale have a brother?
Wait, he hears that twig snap. Is that more Gale?
That's right. Twig snaps. Now, Jonathan hears her screaming. He's like, Nancy, you dropped your bat in your bag. Where are you?
Tree. And the tree gate starts to
close. The gate is sealing.
Ooh.
Then we get that awesome song I'm sure we'll talk about soon.
Nah, I'd like to introduce you to This Is Wild. Nah, This Is Wild. Hello. Let me introduce the two of you.
And that's the end of episode 5, The Flea and the Acrobat. I didn't forget what episode it was because I don't forget anything as previously discussed.
Steel trap it.
What was Steve's word?
Gubernatorial.
Hey, he's got it.
Anyhoozle. We're going to take a brief break to hear from another one of our sponsors, and then we'll get into all of our fun little segments.
Woo. What's up, Stream Fiends? July is in full swing, you know, the heart of summer. It's the time of year for late night hangouts, road trips, cold drinks, and binge watching marathons with absolutely zero guilt. But we also want to take a moment to celebrate something else that makes this season shine, and that is our incredible super patrons. These are the folks who support us at the $25 or more tier each month on Patreon, and thanks to them, we get to keep doing what we love doing, and that's bringing you all this crazy content. So thank you to John Collins, Dara Cosby, Hannah Zito, Sun-Loving Mortal, Carrie Sink, Xander Barbarian, Daniel Pack, Phil S., Nice Guy Eddie, The Great Serpent, Jordan Garvin, Albus Stinkpot, Maddlestat, Susie Callahan, Anthony Corona, Jim E., Lady Trashley, Sean Myers, Just Liz Calabria, Brett X, E. Scramo, Lil Tickler, Svento7, Jay Scramo, Loth Pum, AK Ashley Ray, Jay Rich, Upside Down Canuck, Big Butthorn, Josh Stitch, Jer, Kaylee Sampson, Rabbit Dog in a Barbie Car, Elbander, Charlie Friday, Alexis Adler, Peaches, Emmy, Haley B, Joe Velez, Trisha Bueller, Alex G, Suzanne Rode, Jadinklage Morgoon, Kalisha Reeves, Paula Garcia, That Brenda, Aaron Armstrong, Hootie Hoo, Casey McCain, and of course, Enza. Thank you all so much from the bottom of our hearts. And with that, let's get back to the episode.
And we're back. It's time to find the chocolate pudding, our top 3 favorite moments of Chapter 5, The Flea and the Acrobat. Andy, what is your number 3?
I think my number 3 is going to be the confrontation between Lucas and Mike when he's calling him like he sees him, that Elle's a traitor, that Mike is just excited that there's a girl that doesn't think that he's gross, and it culminating in the fight and him getting knocked out and stuff. It's cool, shaky cam, high tension scene. I think that it's really, really awesome pairing of that scene with the one before it, where Hop tells Joyce that he checked the body out and she's right this whole time. So it's like a fun continuation of the escalation of events.
Love it. Steve.
My number 3 is Hopper invading the lab in the very beginning, just because it's so cool to see Hopper busting in and the way he kind of like, guys, it's me, I'm charismatic Hopper, we met, come on, bam, and just takes him hostage. He's such a cool, everyday hero, like you're like a Bruce Willis and Die Hard type character. And he's really cool like that. So that's my number 3.
That's my number 3 as well.
Hey,
but specifically, I love that part where he like is suave and then violent. Always love those two things combined. But when it becomes like narrated by Dustin reading about the Veil of Shadows, I think it's such a cool vibe. Love that intro. I thought it was so cool. I think it's the longest one before we get to a title sequence so far. I could be wrong about that, but it seemed like a while. Anyhoozle, great stuff though. Shadow Walk intro, nailed it. Andy, you're number 2.
My number 2 is the argument between Joyce and Lonnie. Specifically when Joyce says her piece about how I'll keep these lights up until the day I fucking die. If there's even a chance that Will's still out there. She's just a powerful mom.
That's right.
I respect it. And I miss mine.
We love powerful moms.
Steve?
My number 2 is not the same as Andy's, but similar. It's when Hopper goes to Joyce and specifically tells her, you were right this whole time. Because as an audience member, we know Joyce has been right, and she thinks she's going crazy, this poor woman. And then here's Hopper, maybe the most authoritative figure in the show, saying, without a doubt, you were right. I believe you. And just the relief that's on her face when he says that, it's a very cathartic moment as the audience, because you're like, oh, yes, someone finally is on Joyce's side and is going to work to get Will home. So I love that moment a lot. What about you, Kit?
My number 2 is the target practice scene between Charlie Heaton and Nancy, Charlie Heaton's character and Nancy. I think it's really revealing about both of them and the way in which they bond. They seem like they come from 2 completely different families, but from Nancy's perspective, maybe her family isn't the happy family that it seems like it is, especially as she's getting older and she's thinking about where her life might lead, and she doesn't want to be Karen, you know? I just think it was deep and surprising, and Charlie, I keep calling him Charlie, but Jonathan is like a lot more charismatic than we've previously seen. He's a little more comfortable. He makes that good joke about, I'm aiming between the targets, obviously. Like before that, every time he sees Nancy, he's like, girl. He's like an anime character up to this point. I don't want to be like my father.
God, I think he wants to battle me.
Exactly. That's my number 2. Andy?
My number 1 is the titular scene where the boys sit down with Mr. Clark. And I just love so much how he is just straight up a grown-up version of them, and he knows about the Veil of Shadows, and he knows about Carl Sagan's Cosmos and Hugh Everett's Many Worlds interpretation. It's just good shit, man. It's wholesome.
He's a real one.
The bits of comedy of, Dustin with vanilla wafers and stuff. It's just a wonderful scene.
That's my number 1 as well. It's everything you just said. It's so good. It's Stranger Things. It's the joy part of Stranger Things and the coming together with the mystery side of Stranger Things. And it's perfectly presented in this way because you get the boys learning more stuff. Mr. Clark is giving us a great explanation of what actually is happening in Hawkins and the weird that's happening in Hawkins. He doesn't know exactly that he's right, but the fact that the D&D is sort of a metaphor for the situation that Will and the gang find themselves in, and it's a lot of fun. It's just fun, and that's why it's my number 1 as well. Kit, what about you?
My number 1 is the phone call between Jim Hopper and Diane, his ex-wife. I wanted to make my number 1 was originally intended to be that as well, and we could have had a We All Everybody, but I realized in talking about it that it brought me to near tears here on the show, just thinking about his state of mind and how beautiful that is. I think it's my number 1. I think it's such a great scene.
That's a great pick. I like that pick.
So unfortunately, Mr. Clark, you can still get it, but you can't get my number 1, chocolate pudding.
Do you guys want to know what some of your chocolate puddings were last time in 2017?
I would love to.
I just want to point out a couple things. I won't go into who picked what when, because it's fairly, we all had Mr. Clark on our list somewhere. But Kid specifically, you said your number 3 was the Mr. Clark scene last time.
Ooh.
But specifically you said Mr. Clark is daddy. And
did I?
I respect the hell out of you for saying that all the way back in 2017.
I was going to say, I was ahead of the curve on daddy.
Yeah, you were.
Jeez.
And your number 2 was the very, very end with Nancy going into the Upside Down and how it ended. And the reason why you picked it as your number 2 is you called it the epitome of binge, because you just want to hit that next episode.
It's so true, though.
It is very true.
Like, you got to watch the next episode, and I can't right now. This is crazy.
Yep, I agree with you. Everyone else's, nothing really stands out about the other picks as well. I just liked that epitome of binge was really good.
Andy, what about his?
Andy was just, his number.
Oh, nothing stood out.
Just lame shit.
I mean, Andy's number 1 last time was Hopper breaking into the lab.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm,
Didn't even make top 3 this time. Dang.
Yeah, and your number 3 was Mr. Clark. So yeah.
Okay.
And then mine was Jaybird and Nancy in the woods discussing their parents was my number 3. Seeing the upside down was the first time was my number 2. It's funny because back then we didn't know what the upside down was. We didn't know what the in between was, because back then we ended up calling that section the in between. But in the episode coverage, we referred to it as the upside down because we didn't know what the rules were necessarily for the upside down yet. So when we talked about that scene where 11 is communicating with or not communicating, but spying on the Russian, we were calling that the upside down, even though we would later go on to call it the in between. And now most fans call it the void. It's just interesting because we didn't know the rules of the upside down quite then.
They didn't exist.
So we weren't more clever.
We were wayfarers. We were. What do we call them?
Trailblazers.
Sure. Yeah, that's not what I was looking for, but it's better. It's one of those instances.
Yeah, we're trailblazers.
Well, now it's time. Not when you say it.
We're trailblazers.
Now it's trailblazers.
Do you remember at Team America when they're like, we're guards. We're guards now. That's what I was doing.
I haven't seen that movie in so long. I've only seen it in clips now, you know? Mm-hmm. But now it's time for Easter Eggos. References to other properties in the text. Blatant ones. We'll go around the room one at a time until we all run out. Andy, what do you got?
I'm going to take my favorite one first because I'm sure we all got it when the kids are going over what they overheard Will saying. Dustin says, "This is like riddles in the dark." It's a reference to what is also chapter 5 in The Hobbit. And it's fun because this is chapter 5 of Stranger Things. But in chapter 5 of The Hobbit, it's when Bilbo finds the One Ring and meets Gollum, and they give each other a game of riddles.
Oh, nice.
It's very fun.
Riddles in the dark. That's nice. I like that. The Hobbit, baby. I was just excited to see that in Jaybird's room, we had a David Bowie poster in the background, but it's the Aladdin Sane album cover, I think, of David Bowie. So love it when David Bowie pops up in things.
I'll take an easy one. All the Right Moves, the Tom Cruise movie, is mentioned as playing in theaters. Steve wants to take Nancy to see it.
Makes sense. It came out in 1983.
Mm-hmm. It came out after Risky Business.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Which we discussed before, but she's a big fan of that movie, and he starts singing the song from Risky Business.
I love how he won't outright say Tom Cruise. He's like, it's got your lover boy in it.
Yeah, maybe they can't.
Probably not, but I just love how
it's got that Scientologist in it.
You love the Mission Impossible movies, Nancy.
What else you got, Andy?
I'll say that Hopper tearing apart his trailer is very reminiscent of the 1974 movie, The Conversation, with Gene Hackman. Classic film. Dude becomes obsessed with the concept of bugs and rips his entire apartment apart. And I think that if we had Hop laying there playing saxophone at the end of it, it just would have been absolutely perfect and a true homage.
If that doesn't happen in season 5, it would be so sad. Just one shot of Hopper playing the saxophone somewhere. I need that in my life.
That would be amazing. That would be too hot to handle.
It would be. That would break the internet.
That would be a rated R DVD only extra of Jerry Springer's show. Mm-hmm. Too hot to handle.
But just imagine, it's New Year's Day. You turn on the finale.
Too hot for TV. God damn it. That's what they were called.
But imagine, it's New Year's Day. You turn on the TV to watch the finale of Stranger Things Season 5, and there's Hopper. Yeah, he's playing Careless Whisper.
At least it's not Old Lang Syne.
And he's got a shirt my head. Oh, man. But he's also wearing a shirt like Andy's. He's just a deeper V.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Can't get deeper than that.
11 sensory deprivation tank is very reminiscent and styled after the sensory deprivation tanks from the 1980 film Altered States, where they even have that little window that other characters can see you floating in the water and that the window can shut. So, yes, I think that's a direct callback to that.
Love it. The In-Between, or The Void, is a direct reference to the 2013 film, so not too long before this show came out, directed by Jonathan Glazer, Under the Skin, where he uses that very similar, and it actually gets closer and closer to the Under the Skin vibes the more times we visit that area. It stars Scarlett Johansson. It's a very strange movie.
ScarJo.
But it's a great movie and a cool reference. Andy.
Did we talk about Cosmos yet? Carl Sagan, the TV show back then. It's good shit. They brought it back recently. So the Carl Sagan one was Cosmos: A Personal Voyage from way back when. It's so fun. It's like, we're going to go on a thought adventure and we talk about the stars and planets. And it's so fun.
I love
But
Carl
they
Sagan.
brought it back about 10 years ago with Neil deGrasse Tyson. That one was called Cosmos: Space-Time Odyssey. And it was Seth MacFarlane was like Paramount,
right?
and bringing it back, like did all the funding and stuff. Like he just loved the original Cosmos so much. I just want to shout it out because they brought it back on Netflix like 10 years ago. It's still out there and it is such a good time. So if you want like a more modern experience for what these people are talking about, go check it out.
Is the original Carl Sagan one available to stream anywhere? Because I've never actually I watched it when I was really young. I know vaguely what it was, but I don't have any concrete memory of sitting down and watching it. And I actually would really like to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Carl Sagan's an interesting person.
You can watch it now.
What on?
No, you cannot.
Oh.
The Pirate Bay.
Yar.
Interesting.
That's sad. Well, there you go. Stand By Me is an obvious reference to the 1986 film with the boys and Eleven walking on the train tracks. It's a lot of that movie is what's going on there, and they're not coy about saying how much Stand By Me influences this show, and that's definitely a callback there. Stand
By Me reference, faux show. I'm sure there's some Cold War stuff that could be brought up, but I never was able to find any.
Like what the Russians actually saying and stuff.
Yeah, there's got to be something like that. I mean, that was huge for so many different things in the 80s.
I looked it up and found a translation. It was basically like something about the Americans have a spy and we have a spy and yada yada. And like it was very generic.
It'll be spy versus spy.
Yeah.
There will be the black one and the white one. I don't know why he said Z, because that's not the Russian thing.
I'm French as well.
Oh no, it's me. I have been found out.
The French orc. It's you the whole time.
I am the spy.
What about you? Anything else?
I'm still trying to find out how you watch Cosmos, man.
Do you want to watch it with me?
I've read I was a Carl Sagan reader, and you can get the books and audiobooks very easily. But yeah, that show doesn't seem to be, you can't even buy it.
Wow. That's a bit of our culture that seems like it needs to be preserved, no? Right?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sure it's on YouTube.
You can buy the DVD. It's just called Cosmos, Carl Sagan. DVD, baby. Okay. $35.
For the whole show?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good
7
deal.
DVD set. But my Easter eggo is the last song there that plays that's really cool is from Echo and the Bunnymen.
Fuck yeah.
And
Nocturnal Me?
Yes, Nocturnal Me. But their music was also used in a bunny movie, very famously, Donnie Darko. Mm-hmm. And I think that's probably intentional why they would use, because it's like an iconic part of that movie. And I can't think of any
Did they play this song in Donnie Darko?
I don't think it's Nocturnal Me. I think it's The Killing Floor, unfortunately.
The Killing Moon?
The Killing Moon, yes. Yeah. But yeah.
Under blue moon, I saw you.
I could be wrong about that. But yeah, it's got to be somewhat related to a Donnie Darko pull.
The only Donnie Darko music I can pull at all is Mad World.
Yeah. Mad World.
Well, Echo and the Bunnymen are also an awesome 80s band, so.
I find it kind of funny. I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which we're dying are the best we've ever had.
We had to stop Kit because if he went further, we would owe them money.
And I don't know any more words.
Andy, do you have any more? Sorry.
No, I'm good.
The other music, there's I can never pronounce this. It's Alasia. It's by New Order. It's the cool song that's playing during the funeral. That sort of synthy bop. It's actually a New Order song.
Synthy bop?
Mm-hmm. It's really cool. I actually listen to that song sometimes when I'm like, have you ever been cleaning your house and you just want to feel like a superhero and you're like, dun, 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 dun. And you're like doing slow-mo walks with your broom and shit.
I'm a super dork, man. I listen to podcasts and audiobooks when I clean.
Oh, normally I do too, but sometimes you get a wild hair up your ass and you're like, I want to be more cinematic with my cleaning.
People are watching.
Also, when Hopper is looking for the bugs in his house, the song playing is a Tangerine Dream song called Green Desert. And then lastly, Jaybird is a big fan of Thumper. So
Bambi.
There you go.
I thought we were going to miss the Bambi one and I was going to be all happy and swoop in. But no, because you moved on to music. I was like, I got Bambi's locked.
Sorry, I didn't mean to steal that from you.
That's okay. You asked Andy if he had any more and not me. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Do you have any more?
Actually, technically, we're going to swoop back to Event Horizon is maybe one we could pull back out. I'm not sure if that was direct or if that's just like the only way to explain that phenomenon.
Also, the Flea and the Acrobat.
Yeah, the stabbing through the paper move.
Classic.
I think that's it, though. Do we mention The Evil Dead? Is it too obvious? The poster?
We've mentioned it before in a previous episode, the poster.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah, I think Andy mentioned it.
I remembered that. It was a test for you.
Yeah, Andy mentioned in the first episode because there was a deleted scene with Powell and Callahan.
Difference in the script.
It's because I forget nothing. Well, now it's time to nominate our favorite performance, our 11 out of 10 award. Andy, to whom do you gift it?
I got to give it to David Harbour, that heartfelt phone call with his wife, the suaveness with which he beats the shit out of the security guard, the hysterical way in which he pulls the, oh, Jesus, when he sees all the Christmas lights. He's doing good shit.
Steve?
I'm also going to go with David Harbour. He's awesome for everything that Andy just said. It's really, really great. It's very emotional. He's so funny. He's just that every guy that you can root for. He's awesome in this show.
He is him.
He is him. He is eating and leaving no crumbs.
That was my favorite scene. And he was the star of 2 of my 3 favorite scenes. But I'm going to give it to Charlie Heaton.
Okay.
I think he really starts to shine in this episode and comes out of his shell a little bit and hands it to Nancy, and he's trying to handle business even though he doesn't know how to use a gun.
And he's a fan of Thumper.
Yeah. And there's some really deep stuff between he and Lonnie that's coming out. And I think he's just doing a lot of good work. And
I like that choice.
Charlie Heaton is who I give it to. So we not all everybody. But before we get into the Nina, we got to update the Will call. We didn't get to update it.
Oh, shit.
Episode 3 and 4, we had no updates, but it's back.
It's back, baby.
Because Hopper was running through that lab calling for Will 10 times.
Okay.
I believe, which brings our total Will call for the first 5 episodes to be 60.
Nice.
That's a lot of Wills.
A lot of Wills, unless I miscounted. Doesn't matter. It is what it is. But now, I believe we are being invited by Dr. Brenna.
Brenna?
His sister.
Hi, boys. Come on into the jacuzzi.
By Dr. Brenner into the Nina.
Welcome, Andrew. Kit.
What's the water temp looking like, Dr. Brenner?
Ooh, it's a solid 80 degrees.
That's comfy.
Yeah, very comfy. The jets are optional, but I personally like them on, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
Find a jet and place
sit
yourself.
on it. I'm going to sit right on that jet. It scratches that itch for me. Do you got any Schlitz I could dip into while I'm in here?
Oh, boys, crack them open. Here, let me pass them around. I got a 6-pack.
Oh, wonderful.
And before you ask, there's another 6-pack right over here. I don't know if you're keeping track, Andrew. That's 12. 12 Schlitz we can dive into.
Well, that's enough for Andy, but what about me?
Let's go.
Yeah, this is the segment where our intrepid Discord moderators have listened to our previous coverage and selected 5 clips for us to play. And it is our job to guess what the context was. What were we talking about all the way back in 2017 when we first recorded our review of this episode? You guys ready for the first clip?
No.
All right, well, I will wait.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Wow. What is that, the 7 Kevin Bacon thing?
7 degrees of Kevin Bacon?
Yeah, 7 degrees of separation.
Yeah, so it's 7 degrees of M. Night Shyamalan is what we're dealing with here. Anywho.
Play that game more often.
Okay,
Whoa.
7 degrees. I have a guess.
I do too.
Were we talking about how M. Night and the Duffers worked on Wayward Pines? Is that what it's called? Isn't that how like M. Night was starting that show and the Duffers got hired to work on it with him, and that's how they kind of got their big break?
Maybe.
Did they work on that show for sure?
I believe it was Wayward Pines.
Then I'm going to go with that.
That's way more likely. I was thinking about when Nancy was swinging the bat and we were thinking about Signs again somehow.
Swing away, Meryl. Yeah, they were writers and producers on Wayward Pines. Yeah. I like that idea, Swing Away, Meryl, because we just did Signs on the Patreon.
Yeah, that would have been a fun pull, but I think you're right.
And that would make sense why they would pull that if we were talking about
Exactly.
You're winning me over here.
No, I don't think so, but
Okay, let's
that's
find out.
3 degrees. We need a couple more.
Andy, do you have any other thoughts?
No, I'm going to steal yours.
All right, number 1. They write, Kit brought up the origin of the Duffer Brothers' filmmaking career being connected to M. Night Shyamalan. He hired the Duffer Brothers to help with the TV show Wayward Pines and assumes that that eventually led to Stranger Things. Steve mentions that Shyamalan is mentioned way more on the podcast than he expected, 3 times as of the current episode. The first time Shyamalan was ever mentioned in Streaming Things was when Steve pointed out his fear of the movie Signs. Which we just covered. Wow, full circle. Full circle here, guys. We were right. We did it. You haven't tricked us yet, Discord mods. All right, number 2.
He ended up just like missing its head, just putting a couple more holes in its body that are non-lethal, and it's in even more pain.
That's what I was picturing.
we did the same bit.
Oh, shit. It's so bad. You know, he's puking and shit.
Jonathan, just give me the gun.
She's hitting it with a bat.
We did the same bit apparently.
Oh, fuck. That's
Without
so
missing
funny.
the deer.
Yeah,
And did it way better.
That's when they. It's way funnier.
That was way funnier. Just cut that one in next time.
I think it's when they're at Will's funeral. Let's see what they say. I think you're right. Kit mentions the deer jump scare that Jonathan and Nancy come across in the woods. He said he tried not to laugh when Jonathan offered to euthanize the deer because he is a shit shot and would not end well for that deer.
My sense of humor has not changed. Apparently. I thought the same thing.
We're very similar nowadays, 8 years removed. Number 3.
The goo is enough. If you reach your head in there and it gets a little sticky forehead, you're going, okay. Like, Barb is not that fucking cool.
Right.
High school friends are not that close.
Dude, justice for Barb.
Well, the worm has turned.
So we were
I
discussing.
hit you with a justice for Barb 8 years ago, and you hit me with a justice for Barb.
I've grown emotionally.
I've gotten worse.
That's obviously when Nancy was going into the tree gate, and I was saying there's no chance in hell she was going in there.
Okay.
For
Andy,
sure. Yeah.
I think just to have something different, I'm going to say it's when Hopper tries to get into the goo gate and the guy stops him. It's not that, but let's see what it is.
Doesn't make any sense.
Kit mentioned Tree Gate, where Nancy willingly goes through the much less gooey gate in the base of a tree. Kit posits that this is a reference to Ernest's Scared Stupid. Kit and Andy doubt that anyone would go into a gooey hole in a tree trunk for a friend. Kit doesn't think it's established yet that Nancy is that brave. Again, we kind of touched on that a little bit.
Yeah.
In this, yeah, I think that criticism still holds.
We missed the Ernest Scared Stupid during our Eggos. Damn
I
it.
had probably recently watched it back then. I had a little boy.
Yeah.
A little juice. Yeah.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. Okay, number 4.
Sometimes you got to keep things simple, especially after a long day of making yourself kill cats. You gotta enjoy simple
But I mean,
things.
what?
So 11 kills cats, right? Or they want 11 to kill cats.
Yeah.
So what is it like? What was it? The simple things?
Sometimes you got to keep things simple after a long day of killing cats.
We're going to talk about the drawing. You know, she's had a long day killing cats. I'm going to go home and because the drawing was of her, Papa, and the cat.
Yeah.
And she was supposed to murder that cat. So it's like her fucking survivor that she has. She's like, you're pretty cute. So I think it's got to be that.
I think that's a really good guess.
I still don't know if she was supposed to kill that cat.
Oh, for sure. Crush its fucking head.
Because why did it have
Squeeze its little
why did it
bladder,
have the
make it pee
sensors on
itself.
its head then? Why wouldn't it just be a cat in a box? Rather.
Well, what's the alternative?
Why would it
They're
have
trying to
that little-
translate the cat's thoughts.
Yeah, anything.
That's crazy.
Who knows what you can glean from a cat with to telepathy?
It says it wants to knock a Coke can off the table. Do you have another guess, Kit?
Nah.
All right, Andy, let's see if you're correct. During the scene where Hopper explores the lab, he finds Eleven's room and drawings. Kid is extremely disappointed with Eleven's drawing skills. Kid says, the detailed faces with the stick bodies threw me way off. Andy goes further to suggest that she has a dead cat drawn in the corner named Fluffy.
At least you gave it a name this time. You just called it a cat.
Yeah. All right, this is our final one. This may be wild. I don't know.
I had 1,000 like that. I guess I was an asshole. He's gonna fear the tiny trickle, and I'm gonna lure him toward the exit. Total Steve logic.
Fear the tiny trickle.
It's our new horror movie. Don't steal that idea either.
Fear the tiny trickle.
Lure him toward the exit.
And you have 1,000 of them? Is that what you said at the beginning?
Yeah, I got 1,000 of these. What does that mean?
I don't know. Tiny trickle. I mean,
Tiny trickle.
And lure him toward the exit. I don't understand.
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, that's out of context. That's very funny out of context. I just can't think of what we would have been talking about to be talking about a trickle. Could it be the trickle of the deer's blood? That when it dragged the deer?
I was thinking about Nancy in the gate somehow because the lure toward the exit was the only thing that doesn't make any sense. I don't know, man.
Or maybe, what it could be Eleven is luring them away from the gate, and there's blood trickling out of her nose. Maybe you're saying how you had a bunch of nosebleeds when you were a kid, so a lot of blood trickling out of your nose.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Because all of my cocaine use. Yeah.
Maybe that?
Maybe. That's the only thing
Let's
I got.
go with it.
Let's go.
Okay, let's talk about number 5. What is it? Steve told a story about how he lured an innocent boy from under the porch. For some reason, this was a thing.
When you were a child, right?
How he lured an innocent boy from under. Oh, I think I know what they're referring to. There was this kid that I was friends with as a neighbor, and he had a deck, like a second-story deck.
Yeah.
And he was hiding below it. So, like, we're on the second floor of his house, and he's, like, below it.
So he's just on the first floor.
Yeah, so he's on the ground.
Yeah.
And, like, his deck had stairs that went to the
Yeah.
bottom. And he was hiding from us. It was me and his older brother. And they had a dog bowl filled with water for their dog on the second-story porch. So I was like,
slowly pouring the water.
Slowly trickle the water through the cracks in the boards of the porch to get him to like get out of there.
Because he doesn't want to get wet. Yeah.
But I accidentally like got him, like just straight up doused him. And then he came upstairs crying and pushed me and I had to go home.
Okay. The way they phrased it.
Yeah, the way they
made
phrased it.
Lured
Okay.
an innocent boy.
Come here, boy.
Come here.
Have you heard of child fights?
So the context of that must have been Lucas going home in a huff, right?
I guess.
Yeah, like when you're embarrassed, like,
Yeah,
oh, I'm
'cause you
hurt,
got-
go
you got
home.
sent
Oh,
home.
okay.
Yeah, that has to be it.
Sure.
Because I thought about telling that story.
Why
when
did
we
I
were
have a
talking about
thousand of those? Wait. Why did I have 1,000 of those?
No, why did you?
Trickled dog water on a lot of kids growing up.
Interesting. Well, that
Wow.
was. Now it's time to leave the Nina. Thank you, Dr. Brenner, for allowing us.
Goodbye.
And now it's time to hear whatever we concocted with that Mad Lib, and I'm terrified.
It's the MadLibs. Remember, this is the words that you guys told me
Mostly
to craft
Andy.
this story. The story titled All About 11. Are you ready to hear it?
Yes.
Here we go. She's fierce, loyal, and merry. This tough, sour cream will do anything to protect her friends. We're talking about 7, or L for short. So who is 7? We know she loves sour creams almost as much as she loves Andy. Her first ever friend and whip friend. But what's her backstory? Elle possesses a super itchy power. Teledumpy. Which she developed at a young age, oh no. After being taken from her mother, Elle was forced to live in Casablanca under the control of the sinister Milkmaid Brenner. Her powers were tested in experiments used to spy on the jugs. And during one experiment gone sweaty, she first came in contact with the Upside Down. So what's next for the small town odor? With Hopper gone, her powers drained, and now moving away from Hawkins, leaving behind her thongs. Leaving behind her thongs and Mike. It seems like nothing but urethra break. But only season -6 will tell. What the fuck happened to that story at the end there?
Using your teledumpy to spy on the jugs.
Jesus Christ. Oh, that one went way south.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, God.
I got a cramp in my pectoral, which I've never experienced before. This is awful.
Oh,
it's like
no.
a Charlie horse in my chest. I'm going to die. Thank God it's on the right side or I'd be panicking. Oh, I don't know what to do about this. But anyway, if I survive, we'll be back next week to talk about episode 6. And also on the Patreon at patreon.com/streaming things, you can listen to our coverage of Signs, which is sort of thematically appropriate nowadays.
It's a fun one.
Or any one of another 172 movies that we've covered over there. We're way deep into season 6 of Game of Thrones. And pretty soon, I don't know, a couple of months, we'll have to be thinking about our next big show to delve into. Technically, it's supposed to be The Sopranos, but we'll see. That's still open for debate. You guys join that conversation on the Discord or something like that. But that's all the time we've got for right now. My name is Kit.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Steve.
And this was Good Girl.
What happened?
They asked me to say that in the Discord, and I wanted to throw it in at the weirdest time, but that was maybe too weird.
They asked you to say good girl?
Yeah.
And you chose that moment after we got teledumpy?
I thought you just had a fucking stroke on air.
And this was streaming things. Streaming Stranger Things. End it.
Happy streaming.
Are you on the list? William Byers?
Nope, you're not. Put a needle in his neck. Send him home. Bug him. We don't want to tell him about it. Okay, this joke's going out. We're done.
I love how Peter slowly became like, bug him. Mugsley, get the cuffs.
He's a New York gangster of heaven.